I would like to inform the Filipino people that Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy has decided to submit himself to the folds of law, even if he was supposedly awaiting the results of the legal remedies that his lawyers have resorted to in order to prove his innocence. No? Why did he do this? He did this simply because of the fact na ayaw na niyang hindi na niya matiis pa ng kanyang puso na makita yung kanyang mga followers whose rights are being trampled upon, no? Where the arrest warrant has been converted into a license to turn the KOJC compound into a police garrison, no? Where his beloved cathedral, no? The KOJC cathedral has been turned into a command post of the police, where the JMC school has been converted into a mining pit, no? And one of his members died, scores got injured, and his vehicles, or the company's vehicles affiliated with him, have been illegally confiscated, no? All of which were factors why he decided to surrender. It was really a surrender, not an arrest, no? In my post, Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy decided to extend his heartfelt gratitude to the Philippine Army, no? Specifically the ISA, who actually was instrumental, no? To General Hambala, to Colonel Ruiz, no? To Colonel Cabading, and the police officers who helped us, such as General Macapas, no? General Francisco. I would like to make mention also of retired Colonel Sosa and Colonel Chulijun Kaduyak, Major Edgardo Bahan, Colonel Mangahis, no? And most especially the good general, no? Major General Benjamin Silo of the Eastern Command of the PNP, because they were really instrumental in convincing Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy to submit to the folds of the law. And the rumor that he was arrested is really not true, because we would like to correct that. It took us days of negotiation, no? And the efforts of these army officials and PNP officials, including Governor Edwin Hubahib, no, who provided his house as our venues for the many discussions and talks, no? Thank you very much, Governor. And we would like to appeal to everyone who have been providing fake news that he got arrested. It's not true. Please be guided that he voluntarily surrendered to the folds of the law. And that is the real news of the matter. And even the PNP acknowledged that, no? So I have to clarify that, because Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy was constrained to do this because, as what I have said, naaawa na talaga siya sa kanyang mga followers po and members po. Ayaw na niya maglalak pa yung sitwasyon. So maski na may tsansa sana na mag-grant yung aming mga remedies, pwede po sana na mapa-dismiss ng makapagbigyan kami ng Court of Appeals, yung certiorari namin, ma-nullify yung warrant of arrest at saka information. Hindi na niya hinintay yun. Nag-surrender na siya para harapin ang mga kaso na na-file sa kanya ng isang tao lamang, no? Isang tao lamang.
Yan po ang naging pahayag ni Attorney Israelito Torion, ang legal counsel po ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. So linawin lang natin, ha, malinaw po, no, na hindi po na-aresto, hindi hinuli, hindi dinakip si Pastor Apollo, kundi kusang sumuko po. So yun, nabanggit na ni Attorney Israelito Torion yung mga factors ng matiwasay na pagsuko ni Pastor Apollo. At maraming nagsasabi na doon daw sa compound. Pero during that time, kung mapapanood nyo naman yung naging coverage natin kahapon, naka-formation lang sila ka Eric eh. Dahil ang information natin, muli na naman sila magsasagawa ng unleashed search na naman, no? Pero sa nakalipas na mahigit 2 linggo, napatunayan talaga doon, no? Kung gaano kasinungaling itong pambansang pulisya, kahit na yung iba't ibang mga sinasabi nila. Pero bago muna yan, ano mo na masasabi nyo, ka-Eric, doon sa naging pahayag ni Attorney Torion?
At least nailinaw po ni Attorney Torion, official na statement po yun, because he was there beside Pastor when the documentation of the surrender was released by DILG Secretary Abalos. Sabi ko nga, napilitan lang naman siguro si Secretary Abalos na i-post yun kasi the line of command supervision to the PNP na siyang kumukubkub sa Davao City compound cannot come from the AFP. It can come only from the line of the PNP command. And the supervisor of PNP command for the president is the DILG secretary. 6:45 p.m. Brother Admar, Brother Franco, nakita ko na nag-post siya. So I made some verification kung authentic post. Pero alam ko na hindi sa kanila nag-surrender. Diretso na natin. Hindi sa kanila nag-surrender si Pastor. Sa Armed Forces of the Philippines para straight and forward ang record. Subalit, kailangan din pong i-coordinate sa kanila. Why? Because they are the primary law enforcement agency mandated by law. In order for warrant and court orders to be served, ang unang binababaan po ng order ng korte, PNP. So we understand that. Kaya, in fairness to Secretary Abalos, hindi naman siguro natin maiwasan na ma-associate sa kanya as if sila ang nakakuha. Pero ang i-twist ito mga kababayan at gamitin ito na kwento para i-justify nila na all along nandyan lang sa compound si Pastor, nahuli siya at siya ay napilitang magpahuli o nahuli dahil nagtatago siya sa loob ng compound at nakubkob na siya. Exactly the way itong si Colonel Jen Fajardo wanted to portray sa media. At maraming kumakalat na report na dapat i-correct. So una, nag-surrender po. At kung may role man ng AFP, may role din ang PNP. Nilinaw po ni Attorney Torion yun. Hindi po sila kailangan magbanggaan. Number 2 point, the surrender of Pastor Quiboloy does not absolve or ipinawalang sala ang kriminal na mga paglapastangan sa batas na ginawa nila Torre. At may pananagutan pa rin dyan sila Abalos at sila Marbil at Marcos. Bakit? Sapagkat the warrant of arrest is not a license to commit human rights violations. The warrant of arrest is not a license to take over and drill inside the school buildings. The warrant of arrest is not and cannot be used to attack and physically harm civilians who are not also part of the warrant of arrest na dapat i-intend na i-serve mo. Third, the warrant of arrest, no matter how many warrant of arrest ang hawak ni Abalos, ni Marbil, at nila Torre, do not give them the license na i-take over illegally for 16 days ang buong religious compound, buong Bible School, at buong Kingdom of Jesus Christ, pati na ang Jose Marie College. It does not make any absolution o pagpapawalang sala kung nag-surrender man si Pastor sa ngayong araw na ito. It's another matter. Pero ano po ang malinaw? Umiral po kay Pastor Quiboloy ang kanyang sense of moral duty sa kanyang pinamumunuan. That's the way I look at it. Because while Pastor Quiboloy is entitled to exhaust all legal remedies, questionin ang warrant, questionin ang finding ng DOJ na alam natin lutong Macau ito, questionin ang proseso sa pag-serve ng mga court order na ito, it is entitled to Pastor. At please lang i-remind natin si Abalos, si Marbil, si Marcos, at si Torre. Pastor, just like any other accused person in any country na may democratic existing government, kagaya sa Pilipinas, anybody accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a trial or evidence are established in court trial na mag-prove na guilty siya. But the way they treated Pastor Quiboloy and other ministers and leaders of KOGC and those who are members and leaders na hindi naman kasama sa warrant of arrest, tinatrato po silang mga kriminal, terorista, at nilabag po at nilapastangan ang kanilang mga karapatan. The main issue here is no longer about kung nag-surrender si pastor o hindi. Hindi po matatabunan ang 16 na araw na nangyaring paglapastangan, paglabag at paggamit ng state terrorism ni Marcos, ni Abalos, ni Torre at ni Marbil. Kahit pa sabihin natin nakakustody ngayon si pastor sa Camp Crame, we will speak out the truth. Yeah, we recognize na pinasalamatan ni Atty. Torion ang role ng PNP as a coordinating agency doon sa naging effort na mag-surrender si pastor, and safe and sound siyang madadala at harapin ang mga kasong ito. But do not please succumb. Huwag po tayong pumayag na lamunin po tayo ng maruruming laro sa propaganda. Pangalawang punto ko dito, Brother Franco, Brother Admar, hindi po maganda na sabihin natin na, dahil dapat ginawa na lang ni Pastor Kibuloy, pinahirapan pa niyang kanyang mga kasapi at mga leaders, iyon pala magsusurrender lang naman siya. It's not that point. Pastor Kibuloy is entitled to exhaust and avail all legal remedies provided by the Constitution, provided by law, just like any other citizen of this country can be afforded that kind of right and privilege of protection of law. And lastly, ang punto ko dito, Brother Admar, malinaw po na ang nangyari sa KOGC is not a landmark milestone na napakagaling ng PNP. Kagaya ng gustong palabasin ngayon, i-mention ko ng pangalan niya, dating attorney siya, hindi naman siya abogado ngayon, si Larry Gadon, and pinapakalat niya sa media na dahil daw sa mga proton-elec, dahil daw sa advanced technology na ginamit sa loob ng compound of Jesus Christ, nahuli si Pastor Kibuloy. Excuse me, Mr. Gadon, the monumental failure of failed intelligence and wrong information and criminal mindset that Torre and his cohorts, coming also from the orders of the President himself, na gawin ang kalapastanganan na ginawa sa loob ng KOGC compound, no matter how many proton-elec, high-tech, high-end equipment you brought there, failure po kayo. Mission failed, at ang inyong na-accomplish, paglapastangan at panggagahasa sa karapatan at kalayaan ng mga inosenteng sibilyan. That can never be written off. Even Pastor Kibuloy has now surrendered.
Yes.